Now, to note about the grabs, unlike other command grab characters like Zangief, Lily, or E Honda, it doesn't work the usual way. Normally for them, the startup is always the same regardless of the button you press. It's simply the lighter the move, it has less damage but it has more range. The heavier the move, it has more damage but less range. For Manon, all the buttons do the exact same damage. So whatever damage you get, it's universal. It doesn't matter what button you press. The button affects the startup. So the heavy grab has the fastest startup at 5 frames, so just like Lily and Zangief, but it has almost no range, so you have to be touching the enemy. Conversely, say the light is 10 frames and has the most range, but it's a little bit slower than the usual command grab. And medium, well, of course, is in the middle, 8 frame startup, and about the middle between heavy and light. So slightly different than the other command grab characters. To note, it's the same for the EX as well. So the EX, even if your burning bar still does the exact same damage, it's all about speed and range. And EX grab is going to be one of the better uses of your meter, as you can catch people from incredibly far away with 8 frame startup. So get your damage in, raise your meta level, and you can basically use it, think of it like a poke almost, because of its extreme range. And the hit grabs as well, they benefit from this. They get crazy new animations, they do tons more damage, so the meta system affects both. The key difference of the hit grab versus the usual grab is, well, it's a hit. This means, well, you can use it in combos. A regular throw, a command grab, they can't combo really, right? So if you manage to get whatever combo going on, you can end in the hit grab, and then you'll level up your meta level, power up your hit grabs, power up your command grabs. They both feed into each other, both raise the meta level, so it's not just always about landing the throws. As long as you land one of the two, you're leveling up and gaining progress. Now, unlike the grabs, the buttons do matter. The heavier the button, you will do more damage, just FYI. The heavier the button, the slower the move, so certain moves might not combo. One situation where you might get a light, you might not be able to get a heavy. That's just, combo 101, right? And we're going to come back to the spin in a second.
Yo, I'm trying to see what I can combo this into though, or how I can combo into this, I should say. That's what I want to see. Like, how easy is it?
Because there's some other important things, but for now, let's move on. Now, let's talk her quarter circle back kick series. This is actually some wild stuff. So quarter circle back kick, light kick is a low. The medium kick is a very long range double kick, and it's used in quite a bit of the combo structure she has, at least from my time with it. And heavy kicks and overhead. Okay, seems simple enough, right? No! This stuff is the most wild thing about the character nobody is talking about. Like, I consider this right here just as important as the entire grab mechanic. Why?
Sweet.
If you played any amount of Street Fighter, you know what this stupid move is. Vegas Slide.
Sub-Zero.
This is Vegas Slide, but better in a lot of ways. I want you to look at how far away Manon is when she starts this move. And this is not max range. You can actually be a few pixels further away when you start this move. And this hits low and knocks down from that far away with 16 frame startup.
That's right.
Not seeable. That is not reactable at all. So when you're doing the whole back and forth footsies thing, you have to randomly crouch at all times. Because at any given time, for halfway across the screen, Manon can throw out an
respect the overhead too
and knock you down and then start pressuring you. Absolutely insane move. Now, is it safe on block? No, of course not, right? But now, on the flip, that's quarter circle back light kick. Quarter circle back heavy kick is a leaping overhead, a true overhead. You have to stand block this. And it's also a low crush. It goes over all sorts of lows. And it's 20 frames, so it's a little bit slower. 20 frames is on the edge of reactability. So once again, mid-screen, a lot of range going on here. Manon can make you guess high-low. This isn't some up-close mix-up here. Guess high-low from mid-screen or further, because she just flings herself at you. That's really wild. Like, if you're low health, she's just going to start randomly tossing these out, and you're going to guess wrong eventually. Now,
that's right.
The low, not safe on block. It's negative 24. You're getting punished. So
you're ready for your EX too. You can combo out the EX.
Different story, actually, because the overhead has a ridiculous amount of pushback. So it's negative 9, but with this amount of pushback, that's completely safe for the most part. Especially if you do it from further away than what I'm doing here, and then you're even further away, right? So yeah, these moves are nuts. If you got that random mindset, Manon might be your character.
You know you're gonna run into them random Manons that be throwing out shit. I'm gonna be one of them.
They're workmanlike, but they're not particularly stand out, and nothing is plus on block. So if you thought we were gonna pick Manon to be like a replacement for Armika or Laura, that's absolutely not how this character works. Stand heavy kick has some very serviceable range, allows for combos on punish counter. So that, along with the neutral mix we talked about earlier, means her mid-screen presence is pretty alright. But yeah, if you want to pressure, you have to drive rush, because once again, everything is negative on block. So unlike, say, Lily or Zangief, if you want plus frames, you better start burning that meter on the drive rushes. Like Zangief, stand light punch is plus on block, headbutt is super plus on block, Lily has the easy plus on block spires.
Yo, she's about as tall as Geef, almost.
For it a bit harder. For
Yeah, she's like right there.
Just to go over them quickly, back heavy punch seems to be a workhorse. So it's a heavy, it's fast, and naturally combos into the hit grab. The light's not so much, so if you want to build the metal levels while comboing, that's definitely a go-to move. She has this weird...
What the hell is that?
It's not a low. I know slides you think lows, but this one's not a low. But it can catch people sleeping. It has a good...
She looks weird.
As well. Now, let's get to one of the main events here. Let's talk the vacuum effect normals. Manon has a few target combos that, upon completion, vacuum you into her at her advantage, which means you effectively on the spot have to guess, am I going to go for a command grab, like right here, or am I going to go for a strike and try to combo out? The medium target combo leaves her at +2, the heavy target combo leaves her at +3, so regardless, you have to guess after being hit immediately. On the spot, split decision, is she going to throw you or is she going to try to hit you? Now, to note, neither of these target combos are safe on block. So you can't just throw them out and then have guaranteed mix-ups every time.
Of course.
They vacuum you in while they're punishable, just to help the enemy help punish you if you do it on their block. So the vacuum effect from these command normals are very strong, because if the enemy tries to strike back and you hit them, you're going to win every time, right? And if it's passive, then you get to command grab them. So it's very, very good, but just don't throw them out willy-nilly. Another command normal is crouch, heavy punch, and this is basically the section of don't jump against Manon. This move is actually like a sniper rifle. It'll rip people out of the air for free. And it's just...
I've seen that whiff a lot, though.
Button, right? So you don't have
the
to
second
burn
part.
it or space it or whatever. Just do it and it works. The second hit of the target combo also splats them down on the ground. So there's no air reset. They don't get to land on their feet or whatever. It's a knockdown. So... it's really, really good, man. Just don't jump against her. And now,
not a lot of advantage after that, though.
So she has her wheel kick special, which is really good for like light confirms and all that kind of stuff. But it's also a very serviceable anti-air. And if you hit with this move as an anti-air, it guarantees a juggle follow-up. And it can lead to some pretty tasty damage for what would be an anti-air. 20% for an anti-air is not bad. And if you can anti-air with the EX version, it guarantees enough frame advantage to you to go right into the hit grab and level up the metal level. And if the hit grab is leveled up as all, because the scaling is not used up yet, you can get upwards of like almost 30%. Big time damage, for sure. Now, let's go back to the hit grab for a second. There's more than one hit. You can actually kick out of it, and the kick is a really good move with a lot of range. So you don't always have to just go for the attack part of it. That's part of the metal level up. And the kick is also a semi-launch, and you can drive rush after the fact raw and get a combo follow-up. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that on the video here, so you're going to have to take my word for it. But still, it's very handy, has a lot of range. So combine that with her stand heavy kick and her gimmicky low and overhead for mid-screen, her neutral is actually quite respectable. You will have to respect Manon's mid-screen game, because she can reach you from very far away. Now, two very big things about the spins themselves. So you can just hold the button on the spin, and then you don't have to do the hit grab, you don't have to do the kick, you just spin in
a little
place.
fake.
The hit grab and the kick
Little
and the
feint.
spin, both can be a little bit telegraphed, and the opponent can drive impact you for trying, so you can just do a regular spin, fake them out, and then block or drive impact back. But that's not all. Here's the real thing. Look at the frame data here. Notice the funny color with the strikes going through it here, like little bars? That's projectile invincibility. So starting on frame 3 with the spin, you're projectile invincible. Now knowing that, look at the frame data here on
Good to know.
the kick has the projectile invincibility. The raw hit grab has the projectile invincibility. This applies to all the attacks and the raw fake out spin itself. You can always spin through projectiles. So either raw
That's pretty
spin
good.
to go
That's
through a
pretty
field
good.
and just move some space forward, or maybe
I didn't even know about that.
hit grab follow up and try to punish them for throwing that fireball. Since such a core major part of her moveset disrespects fireballs so easily, it's going to be interesting to see how she plays against a lot of the zoners.
She just spins past him.
So that's Manon, at least from what I figured out with my very limited time with her. Knowing what I know now, I wish I could get like another couple minutes with the character just to test out a few other things. But still, she's very, very, very interesting. Like, going into the character and figuring out what I did, I definitely could tell you I didn't expect her to be like a weird, gimmicky, neutral skip bypass character with rando slides and overheads from mid-screen, right? That's not what I thought she could do. It's very interesting that she can do it and use it and abuse it because it's going to be really good. But I thought she was going to be more like pressure into throw, right? And turns out, no, that's exactly not it. If you want pressure into throw, go for Zangief or go for Lily. Those characters can get the plus frames and force throw gimmicks and all that kind of stuff. Manon has no plus frames outside of drive rushing moves giving additional frame advantage. What she has is vacuum.
She looks so happy.
If you can confirm the hit. She has quite a good neutral presence because the whole neutral skip overhead and lows, which you're definitely going to catch people sleeping. Stand heavy kick, very serviceable. Kick out of the spin, very long range, very good. You should probably use that quite a bit. And of course, the whole steamroller level up mechanic. The more you level up, the stronger you're going to be over time. So it's going to be very interesting to see what a good Manon looks like. Like, I can already envision in my head what a good Zangief looks like, what a good Lily looks like. Manon, she's not exactly what I thought she would be. So it's going to be interesting to see how people play around with her. Especially stuff with like EX grab having such incredible range. People are going to get caught sleeping with that all day long from ranges they just couldn't anticipate. That's going to be very fun to watch. Other things like the EX version of the overhead gives enough frame advantage that you can combo into it from regular hit, not even counter hit or punish counter. That's
Nice.
cool. Very unfortunately, her level 3 grab super is not a true grab, if you will.
How
because
punishable
you
is it
can't
though?
get out of it after the super flash. So you're going to want to more use it in combos and that kind of stuff. But in the end, very cool character, not necessarily what I was expecting, but that's part of the fun, I guess. So other than that, that's the footage I have for you for Manon right now. We'll have some more characters over the next few days. And check the video description for some of the other characters I've already covered and the general preview footage I got to get. Thanks.
This is super so disrespectful.
Bye.